No matter what style you're into, Nissan's got something for you. Get great offers on America's most exciting lineup at Nissan Now. Take a test drive today. Shop ChooseNissan.com or your local Nissan store. Hurry, offers end soon. Nissan, innovation that excites.
Entrepreneurs, solopreneurs, and business owners from around the world, you are tuned into the most trended business talk show globally, the Ultimate International Business Experience Radio Show with host, rockstar entrepreneur, and international business consultant Erica A. Murray. International business news, ways to improve your business, the international stiletto movement, and action item tips to implement into your business from successful entrepreneurs, all here to help your business go global. You have not experienced business talk until you've tuned into the Ultimate International Business Experience Radio Show. International news, informative talk, every Thursday at 12 noon Eastern Standard Time on the May We Help You Radio Broadcast Network. Listen on AM/FM terrestrial radio, online, Spreaker, and expanding this month to iHeartRadio. Now it's time for this week's Ultimate International Business Experience Radio Show with your host, Erica A. Murray. It's time to be informed.
Hello and welcome to the Ultimate International Business Experience Radio Show. I'd like to send a warm welcome to all of my entrepreneurs, solopreneurs, business owners, and those of you who are considering launching out into the deep of running a successful business empire someday. Today is March 12th, 2015. Okay, listening audience, time waits on no one. We are mid-March, and it seems as if March has just begun. We are nearing the first business quarter, and I have great confidence that my listening audience is on track to finishing this quarter strong. We have been providing some amazing content to improve your business to you at no cost. Just a listening ear. Please tell me that you're on track. I am your business angel and that voice to keep you moving forward in business. Keep in mind that you should be accomplishing both your business and personal goals. I know many of you are running multi-million-dollar enterprises, but I don't want you to abandon your personal goals. Let's achieve them both, only because we can. Who said we had to make a choice? Business owners are resilient people, and yes, you can do it all if you are an exceptional time manager. I say it every week, prioritize and stick with it. Just say no to the things that people bring your way that will take you off task. Remember, your goals are written in concrete and your plans in sand. Only because the plan to achieve the goal is flexible and can be changed, but the goal remains fixed, as it is the mark we'll focus upon. Hopefully you are measuring your growth as well, because that's the only way to ensure that you're moving forward. Don't live a life of chaos. Live a life of results. That's right, listeners. We need results. And because we do, I'll keep reminding you every week, because we are the radio show that holds you accountable to your business growth. And never forget that. As always, I thank you for tuning in to UIBE Radio. We are the show that provides you with international news, informative talk every Thursday at 12 noon Eastern Standard Time on the May We Help You Radio Broadcast Network. Not only is it the #1 broadcasting network in Radio Land, it's the most informative and it's the fastest growing. I am your host, rockstar entrepreneur and international business consultant, Erica A. Murray. If this is your first time tuning in, that's great and welcome. This is the radio show that highlights economic development through entrepreneurship. We believe in entrepreneurship totally. Why should you depend on someone else to make decisions for your future when you can do it better? Doesn't matter if you're cutting grass on the weekends or selling fruit on the street corner to those traveling to work in the morning. Take control of your financial income and freedom. So what we do here is we track down some of the most amazing entrepreneurs, solopreneurs, mompreneurs, and business owners who are on the move globally. Not only are they on the move being change agents, they're impacting their communities through partnerships while adding jobs to our global economy. We also pride ourselves on keeping you informed about global opportunities, ways to help you improve your business, and, of course, let us not forget about our international stiletto movement, the movement that focuses on women whose stiletto prints are in the sand around the world. And the reason we are the Ultimate International Business Experience Radio Show is because we'll never leave you with just information. Theory alone just won't do it. Ask the college graduate who thought the degree was enough. We'll also give you a few action item tips to keep you moving forward in business. What good is theory without tips on how you can make it practical? We want to see your company moving forward and growing. If you are listening to this show right now and you want to be more active, you can call in at 646-652-2512, or you can text me simply by visiting www.mwhyradio.com and send a text live to the show by using hashtag UIBE. And you just go right ahead and ask your questions. Rest assured, I'll answer them because that is what I do best. For our avid listeners, thank you so much for the emails and social media messages that you're constantly sending regarding the segments on the show. Let me take a minute to share two of those with you from one, a listener in Jamaica. She says, Dear Erica, the Kathy Hughes story on the International Stiletto Moment was amazing. It helped to restore my hope. It also made me cry because continuing in business has been so hard. So I'm refocusing my efforts. You are inspiring so many people, and I appreciate what you're doing. I told my friend about your show today. Thank you so much for that, and my Jamaican listener, I appreciate that. And on LinkedIn, Miss LaDonna Cook, who every week, thank you so much for your comments on the segments that are placed there as well. She's often saying that it's great information and she enjoys it. So, Miss LaDonna Cook on LinkedIn, thank you so much for tuning in. So many of you have a value for the various segments on the show, and I want you all to know that I'm overjoyed that you tune in each week to grow your life and your business. Just know that we love your feedback, so thank you, and we'll continue to bring you business content that you can use. And again, if this is your first time tuning in, thank you so much for your time. And the way we start this show is by taking you on a trip somewhere around the world with international business news we think that you can use. If you are in business, please know that international news impacts your business no matter where you're located. So here we go. Buckle your seatbelt. This private jet is about to take off. No need for an oxygen mask because there will be no turbulence on this flight. It's simply smooth sailing with me as your pilot. Let's travel the globe together in international business news today. Because our show is geared towards small and medium-sized enterprises, we want to encourage you to take part in a few online events offered by the Small Business Administration online. So today from 11:30 a.m. Eastern Standard Time to 12 noon Eastern Standard Time, there is a session teaching small businesses how to sell to the government. That is, if you desire to expand your business to the nonprofit audience, why not start with your government? They will certainly baptize you quite well. And if you can function with them, you can function anywhere. I know that wasn't nice. I apologize. But they're also offering today a session on developing pricing and the cost proposal in response to requests for proposals, or the term you hear commonly, RFPs. That session is offered from 1 p.m. Eastern Standard Time to 4 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Although this is a free online event, you must still register for it. So why don't you go on down to SBA website, or you can call 770-423-9888. And also from 1 p.m. to 2 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, you can learn how to build a rocking web presence on a shoestring. That is budget, of course. And another great offering by SBA today is the digital marketing and social media presentation that will be streamed live from 1:30 p.m. Central Standard Time to 5 p.m. Central Standard Time. Now, this session has a cost of $69. So go to www.sba.gov to learn more about these sessions. This information will be found on their homepage. Remember, these are your tax dollars at work, so take advantage of free because you are definitely qualified to attend. All right, let's travel to San Francisco, California, Silicon Valley, and what I refer to as the Tech Alley for innovative technology. Let's explore the company's Silver Push, founded by Mr. Alex Moden, along with two additional co-founders, Hitesh Chawla and Mundit Seth. They are a mobile ad tech startup that has created a single identity of users across all of their digital connected devices: TV, desktop, mobile, and tablets. With this understanding, they allow their clients to target their exact audience and deliver unparalleled performance for both branding and direct response campaigns. Here is how it works. When Silver Push audio beacon is emitted from a device in proximity of a Silver Push SDK, a pair is made between the beacon's unique ID and the mobile device ID. Once the pair is made, the two IDs are sent to Silver Push's server and saved under the user's unique Silver Push ID. Deterministically matched data from the audio beacon is fed into the machine learning system to create a more probabilistic match. All of this is built upon their cross-device data intelligence system. In short, They gather analytics, the targeted market, and they even provide you with measurements. Guess who are some of their clients? You have the Royal Bank of Scotland, Google, Nestle, McDonald's, Kellogg's, VeriSign Secured, Disney, and Cartoon Network, just to name a few. I suggest that you become one of their clients, too. They have a remarkable 80% accuracy rating. They reach over 25 different countries. That's global. They have 1.2 billion devices identified, 3 billion ad requests per day, 680 million unique users mapped, and work with over 80-plus top brands. On top of all of that, they process 50 trillion bytes of data daily. Once again, the company is Silver Push. All right, since we are in San Francisco already, let's continue our travels there and then venture off to France. Why? It's simple, because this company has 2 locations. The company is entitled Does, D-O-Z. Does makes hundreds of curated marketers work together to drive qualified audiences to their clients' sites. To their clients' sites, you always want people on your website. Does algorithms analyze a website to know what are their marketing needs. This data and the client's inputs are used to find the most suitable marketing professionals. They perform micro tasks of organic marketing on your social media sites, your blogs, and they're all culture sensitive. They use a proprietary algorithm to carry out this task that analyzes your website and automatically launches a customized timeline of timeline of tasks needed to increase your website's audience via organic marketing. Now, marketing professionals are automatically identified and qualified based on their location, industry knowledge, skills, and social proofs. The system assigns tasks to the experts, and the quality of work is controlled by peer review. Does has vetted marketing professionals in over 15 different countries on their platform. They automatically assign the right expert to every task on your custom marketing campaign. Clients can even monitor every task undertaken for their online presence and track the traffic. I think that's good. You always want to track traffic when you're spending money, right? Of course. They provide easy-to-read tracking and reporting tools. So once again, you can monitor the performance of your campaign task by task. You can see progress, track your traffic sources, and view your keyword rankings 24/7. With Does, you get a better return on your investment at a cheaper upfront cost. That's not the only reason you should consider Does. Consider them because they can diversify your traffic. They adapt to your budget, and they have a lower cost acquisition. All of the things that good business owners seek to capitalize upon. I'm just sure that, they would be a benefit to each and every one of our business listeners. I would like to thank our news partners in this segment. Of course, 500 Co. and our newest contributor, the Small Business Administration, for contributing to this segment of our show where we mine the world for informative news that we can use to strengthen our businesses. Thanks for being our global news partners. All right. I want to thank you for continuing to listen to the Ultimate International Business Experience Radio Show with Erica A. Murray on the May We Help You Radio Broadcast Network, where you can listen live in all of the places we love on terrestrial AM or FM in Tampa, Florida, Las Vegas, Nevada, Macon, Georgia, Lancaster, Boulder, Colorado, Richmond, Virginia, Kansas City, Missouri, and Seattle, Washington. You may also find us on over 20 different podcast stations on the web. And, of course, we wouldn't be the network that we are if you couldn't find us on iTunes. Subscribe today. You know how we do things over here at our broadcasting network. We like to get the word out, so why not join us on Spreaker, our newest portal for international news and informative talk. Go to Spreaker.com and search hashtag Erica A. Murray. Set up a free account by email or sign in using your Facebook account. Follow me. Heart my page, leave me a comment, and directly on the right side of the screen, I implore you to just follow the network. Just click follow, and you are in there. And remember, when it comes to helping you, we have you covered on the May We Help You Radio Broadcast Network. Just download the show and improve your business skills today. And because I know you are not, I know you're not selfish with the information you learn here, so share it with someone you know could use it. Remember, it's our corporate social responsibility to import our knowledge into someone else. We don't own the information. We just apply it to situations to help us perform better in business. By the way, don't forget that the network has an app that you can download in the App Store for both iPhones and Androids. Just search for MWHY Radio and take a trip around the world with me for free. I'm paying for everything. You all know how I like to do it, so get on board with UIBE Radio. Don't forget that you can ask me questions while I'm live here on the air by going to www.mwhyradio.com and send a text to the show using hashtag UIBE. You may also dial into the show at 646-652-2512. Listeners, we have ultimate respect for social media. That's why we make it easier for you to communicate with us. If you want to be a part of some of the weekly survey questions and business giveaways from our sponsors, you can join us by texting 01065-2540-242-8833. Don't worry, listeners, we'll still take your questions on Facebook, Twitter, Skype, and the chat rooms, too. Hey, don't go anywhere. After the break, we'll dive into 10 key steps to expanding your business globally in 2015. This is really going to be a good one. Grab some paper and pen, and we'll be right back.
Hi, this is Benita with Off the Vine. Join us on Fridays at 3 o'clock for Fun Talk About Wine. This season, I'm going to put this little sommelier certification to work as we expand the conversation to talk about beer and spirits, too. Meet more exciting special guests, and you never know just who may show up at the studio. Off the Vine with Benita on the May We Help You Radio Network, giving you something to whine about.
Hey, this is Coffee Black, coming through to bring you the latest in sports, celebrity, and entertainment news. Here's the tip this week. So, baby daddy Chris Brown refuses to comment on this baby scandal. The baby mama's ex-husband and other possible father are saying enough for everyone. Moving on. Oprah Winfrey has closed down Harpo Studios in Chicago. She laid off 200-some employees that couldn't make the move to Los Angeles to their own studios. But ain't nothing wrong with consolidating. Marshawn Lynch signed a 3-year, $31 million contract with the Seahawks. But I wonder how much of that will actually go to future fines. Lastly, it looks like Nick Gordon is in rehab. Who that? You know, Bobby Christina's brother/husband. Well, he went on Dr. Phil and rehab from there. I'm happy he went, but the timing reeks of exploitation. I'm just saying. Check out my site, thesipwithcoffeeblack.com, and tune in next week to The Sip with Coffee Black. No sugar, no cream.
Hey, Chef Jovi here of the Eatsperience Radio Show. Join me 10 a.m. every Thursday to explore recipes, best restaurants, and food spots in and around the country. I look forward to receiving your comments, so follow us on Spreaker.com to tune into the show. That's SPREAKER.com. And search MWHY Radio to join me every Thursday, 10 a.m. Eastern Standard Time for the Eatsperience Radio Show. And remember to share your Eatsperience.
You're listening to the Ultimate International Business Experience Radio Show with host Erica A. Murray. International news, informative talks, every Thursday. Now, back to the show.
Okay, prior to the break, we traveled the globe and found some of the most amazing startups that's piercing the global marketplace. I encourage each business owner and entrepreneur to do something different in your business today. It's the only way to survive in business and keep up with the technological changes. Let us all refine, re-engineer, and reinvent our businesses so that we can be around for eternity. Take the leap of faith. The first step is believing in yourself. Forget what other people say. Believe in your vision, no matter what the present appears to be, and believe in your goals. If you don't, no one else will, and you can accomplish anything. That's anything that you desire. Just know that I believe in you. That's why I'm here on the radio every week bringing you international news and informative talk from some remarkable entrepreneurs. Also, if you missed the first segment of the show, remember you can also download this episode by going to iTunes. Search for MWHY Radio or Erica A. Murray. Or you may simply acquire the MWHY mobile app. Go get it and stay tuned into what's happening around the world. Also, download the iHeartRadio app and search for us there, too. We are constantly refining, re-engineering, and reinventing ourselves at UIBE Radio. This show is only as great as the listening audience. I appreciate you guys so much. Well, let's get back to the show. It is time for ways to improve your business on UIBE Radio. That's right, the ultimate international business experience radio. Hopefully you've already got paper and pen, so get ready to be informed. Hey, if you change your mind, you'll definitely change your business. So listen closely.
It's time to talk about ways that you may improve your business in 2015. Today we're going to highlight 10 key steps to expanding your business globally. That's right, globally. We all know that too much energy goes into launching a successful business for you not to expand your market share. As usual, we at UIBE Radio desire for our listening audience to be well informed. So, let's get to it. Going global is defined as the worldwide movement towards economic, financial, trade, and communications integration. The concept of globalization can be traced back as far as the Roman Empire. More recently, the concept was popularized by Thomas L. Friedman in his book, The World is Flat, in which he argued that the pace of globalized trade, outsourcing, and supply chaining was speeding up and that its impact on business organizations and business practices would continue to grow in the 21st century. For small and emerging businesses, going global is a significant undertaking that could disrupt existing business activities. Thus, it is crucial for CEOs and business leaders to understand its full impact and determine if the rewards outweigh the risk. Stakeholders across the organization will be called on to carry more responsibilities and to continue to execute day-to-day activities in addition to the global initiative. Taking a small business global is a complex and dynamic process. Gaining a deep understanding of the targeted markets, the competition, current local market trends, and the requirements to successfully launch and drive growth lays an important foundation. So here are your instructions. Number 1, perform a deep dive due diligence. Before going global, it is critical to understand what the full impact on your business will be. So, prepare a market segmentation analysis to determine if your product will sell in the local market. Then, prepare a product gap analysis against local products. Is there a demand that is not satisfied by a local company? Next, perform a SWOT analysis against the competition. Your product will likely be higher priced than local products. Market by your product. Take that into consideration. Then, consider market opportunity and size. How big is the market, and how long will it take you to capture your targeted sales? Number 2, develop a strategy and business plan. Each market has its own nuances due to economic, cultural, governmental, and market conditions. It is important to develop a localized strategy and business plan that drives local success while remaining integrated with the overall corporate strategy and objectives. So, define short, medium, and long-term strategies. Set reasonable goals and milestones to measure progress and cost benefits. Next, define your goals, objectives, and success matrix. Then, complete the business model and structure. Decide if you set up a separate company, a branch, or a sales office. Next, develop a top-down annual budget. And finally, develop a tactical project plan with commitment dates. Establish a beachhead team. Many global companies try to launch with executives from the parent company or rapidly build a local team from scratch. This is time-consuming, risky, and slows time to market. Using proven senior interim executives allows the company to hit the ground running, quickly validate assumptions, and drive key readiness initiatives while the company hires the right senior management team. So bring on senior interim executives with deep domain expertise or outsource interim leadership to executive leadership organizations. Next, establish the financial infrastructure. consider outsourcing this to local service providers also. Then, begin the recruiting process for the permanent leadership team. Number 4, product readiness. Based on a product gap analysis, take the necessary steps to market ready your offerings to achieve high-impact product differentiation. Then, review government and industry-specific regulations to ensure that compliance and certifications are obtained if needed. Next, determine if any localization of the product is needed. Pay close attention to the translation of the name of your product in the local language. Then, initiate a patent and trademark review. Some countries are known for copying good ideas. Also, initiate testing and quality assurance reviews based on local standards. Finally, consider a local logistics and distribution network. Who will sell your product and how will it get to them? Number 5, organizational readiness. Cultural differences, whether it is language, regulations, or customs, require a firm to be flexible in the policies and procedures implemented in an international operation. This is done to ensure employees are engaged in executing on the company's plans. The one-size-fits-all mindset can have short-term benefits, but will have a negative long-term effect. Take time to evaluate the organization structure needed to successfully execute your strategy. Then, develop policies, procedures, and handbooks that comply with local requirements while maintaining balance with the overall company policies. Next, develop competitive benefit programs to attract qualified local employees. Also, develop competitive compensation packages based on local standards and customs. Next, develop a local information technology infrastructure that is compatible with your domestic infrastructure. Finally, manage payroll and human resource functions. Again, this is a process that lends itself to outsourcing. Number 6, establish a go-to-market strategy. The effective selling and marketing of your products or services requires a comprehensive, cohesive strategy that addresses sales strategy, sales delivery, branding, and value proposition. Marketing strategies, marketing programs, and prices, which together create clear market differentiators that propel market acceptance and revenue growth. Then you should determine your optimum sales model, whether it's direct, indirect, OEM, distributor, or hybrid. Next, determine your sales methodology, solution-based, feature, consultative, or price. Then, determine if a new brand will be created or whether you will use the parent brand. Also, develop a comprehensive marketing plan and key performance indicators. Finally, evaluate your pricing model. Consumers in less developed countries are very price conscious, and your product may not fit in the local economic environment. Number 7, legal readiness. Some countries are known for being highly litigious, so it is critical that strong legal processes are put in place to minimize unnecessary commercial risk. Also, government agencies have strict requirements that necessitates legal documentation be in place prior to operating within the country. Being proactive does require money up front, but this more than offsets downstream risk and liabilities. So you must create localized commercial agreements. Next, review industry-specific regulations to ensure compliance and certifications are obtained if needed. Next, perform general corporate services such as dispute resolution, immigration, customs, and shipping. And you must maintain corporate records and governance. Again, an outsourced function might work well for this task. Number 8, tax and finance readiness. The proper tax and finance infrastructures need to be set up early on to ensure that you are receiving timely reporting and that your foreign entity is adhering to local corporate policies and procedures. So, consider outsourcing accounting, payroll, and tax. Also, establish local banking relationships. Then it is necessary for you to develop a risk management plan. Next, develop a transfer pricing study. Also, develop a cash repatriation plan. Finally, prepare and report sales and value-added taxes. Number 9, prepare your final budget preparation. Results from the above steps should provide sufficient data for stakeholders of the foreign company to develop a final budget that is aggressive yet attainable, and one that will be owned by your local team. So, it is necessary for you to develop a 3-year budget and a 12-month business plan with detailed key performance indicators, and be certain to update this every 6 months. Next, perform quarterly operating reviews. And finally, establish a real-time budget to actual reporting with variance analysis. Number 10, establish close relationships with local businesses. It is vitally necessary for you to gain a strong competitive advantage by creating a supporting ecosystem of complementary products and services, which can come via third-party relationships. These relationships can support the scaling of the organization while minimizing the financial risk. So it's important for you to negotiate alliance, partner, and distributorship programs. Next, develop a strong ecosystem strategy and business model. Finally, build an internal alliance team to manage and foster relationships. Just know that expanding your business overseas is not for the faint-hearted. But for most businesses, it will be inevitable as global markets offer greater opportunities for growth. By paying attention to details and outsourcing administrative functions, the difficult job of going global can produce great results. So these are the 10 key steps to expanding your business globally in 2015 and beyond. Special thanks to Mr. Dennis Day, Mr. Michael Evans, and Forbes magazine for sharing these insightful principles with us over here at the Ultimate International Business Experience Radio Show, where we provide you with informative talk on the May We Help You Radio Broadcast Network every Thursday at 12 noon Eastern Standard Time. We really appreciate our partnership with Forbes magazine and the content they provide to our listening audience. Until next week, remember to improve your business daily and be informed.
All right, listening audience. I know you guys had to have enjoyed that information. You know, we just can't get enough information. And, expanding your business it's the best thing that you can ever do. So you see what happens when you tune in every week on UIBE Radio? You garner some great information to grow your business. Talking about step-by-step information that a business owner can use. More than anything, small businesses need to know how to expand globally. Not that you need to expand, but how do you do it? Hopefully you were able to write down those key steps to expand your business globally, but if you missed something, we don't want to leave you out, so let me help you out and direct you to iTunes for you to download the show. Just search on the podcast for Erica A. Murray or MWHY Radio, and voila, you can hear it again at your own pace. That segment truly provided us with some cash-generating information. Hopefully you grab hold to it with everything that you have and implement it in your business today. Please know that a lot of the information we provide on UIBE Radio can cross over into your personal life. Just know that a principle is a principle is a principle. It doesn't matter where you apply it. It's all about structure and discipline. That's what it takes to grow a business, and that's what it takes to be successful in life. Now, let's collectively commit right now to make this information practical within our businesses. All right, well, it's time to do what we do again, to pay the bills for this radio show that has been ranked as a top-rated show by our wonderful listening audience according to the downloads that it receives and the number of individuals who tune in their dial every week. But before we go to break, I want to thank the listeners who are listening in every location in which this show is syndicated, but also to those of you who are currently listening in South Africa, in London, England. Thanks for the love. You're so far away from me. Also in Montego Bay, Jamaica, and Kingston, the capital of Jamaica. Also, I can't leave out the Bahamas, New Providence. I see you all, and I see you in Los Angeles. Thank you so much. I see the rest of you out there as well, but I can't call out every location. Yet we can see you tuned in. Thank you all for listening. Also, thank you to those of you who have made the 5 steps to creating a marketing plan our number 1 download for last week. The amazing part is listeners are still downloading 10 mind steps that will radically improve your business. that podcast download is through the roof. And I thank you guys for it. You know, between all of our listening portals, I mean, we are up there in numbers for that. Another fan favorite is the 5 tips to achieve your goals. Thank you all so much for the love. We really appreciate it. Numbers matters. That is, if you want to continue hearing this business show. If you want to listen to any of those clips, you can subscribe to my iTunes station. Go to www.yourlisten.com and search for UIBE, and all the clips will appear right there. And you can also, and you can listen to at that point, which it is you can also go to ericaamurray.buzzsprout.com, subscribe to the RSS feed, and find all of those clips there too. Hey, it's free. Just know that I hear you, and I'm tuned into the things that you like to help move your business forward. Again, I appreciate the sacrifice of many of you who listen because of the time zone differences, but yet week after week you tune into this global show that brings you international news, informative talk every Thursday on the best radio broadcast network, the May We Help You Radio Broadcasting Network. We can't go to break without acknowledging those of you who are posting to Facebook, Twitter, and the various chat rooms. We are the Ultimate International Business Experience Radio Show, and coming up after the break, we will bring you inspiration in our international stiletto movement. That's right. How about hashtag go get it? Stay tuned, and you will learn what that means. It's all coming up right after this commercial break.
If you're the parent of a child with behavioral challenges that has been suspended, expelled, or just not able to make it in a traditional school setting, there is an alternative. Call the Metropolitan Day School today. Licensed and accredited grades K through 12. Call 804-321-2595. Financial assistance and after-school programs are available. Let's turn this school year around right now at the Metropolitan Day School, where Eagles soar. Call Ms. Thomas today. 804-321-2595.
Are you frustrated, disappointed, discouraged with your life? Are you angry with God? What's holding you back from fulfilling your purpose? Are you struggling as a leader in ministry? Do you believe you have an end-time calling? If you answered yes to any of these questions, tune in to The Waymakers on MWHY Radio Network every other Friday at 11 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. We are here to support you. Join us to get the answers that will prepare the way of the Lord in your life.
The Tanya Free and Friends Talk Show is happy to announce our partnership with the May We Help You Radio Network. You can now catch the rebroadcast of our Wednesday show every Thursday at 6 p.m. That's Tanya Free and Friends, the podcast, every Thursday evening at 6 p.m. We welcome your comments and opinions 24/7 at TanyaFree.com, Facebook and Twitter, or send me a text by texting the word Tanya, that's 72727. Tanya Free and Friends, and May We Help You Radio. Living life with a purpose.
Hi, my name is Letitia M., owner of May We Help You Network. I want to thank you for joining us and enjoying our host here on MWHY Radio Network. Please visit us online at mwhyradio.com and like us on facebook.com/MWHY Radio. Tune in to learn more about our hosts and upcoming contests and our TV programming that'll be coming to you soon. MWHY Radio, bringing together business, community, and you.
You're listening to the Ultimate International Business Experience Radio Show with host Erica A. Murray. International news, informative talks, every Thursday. Now, back to the show.
Welcome back to the show. And once again, if you missed the first two segments, well, shame on you. But you know that I have magical powers because with one wave of my magical business wine, hey, you can hear it all over again by downloading the MWHY Radio app or going online to iTunes. And if you would like to receive this show by email every week, just subscribe to my iTunes station or go to www.yourlisten.com and search for UIBE, and you'll find us there. Also, ericaamory.buzzsprout.com. Grab our RSS feed and subscribe to it. You may also join me on Google Plus because every week I post segments of the show there for those who are connected to me. Moving along in our program, we're so happy about this next segment of our show. Oh, how we love to highlight what women are doing in business. It's only because those beautiful stilettos are leaving footprints around the globe. Speaking of leaving stilettos around the globe, I would like to invite female entrepreneurs to participate in the Women's Expo hosted by Ms. Joan Henry of the D.C., Maryland region. Annually, she has a Women's Entrepreneur Expo in the D.C., Maryland region. This event is on April 25th, 2015 from 10 a.m. to 2 p.m. Check out the Women's Entrepreneur Expo in D.C., Maryland area. I'm sure you'll be happy that you did. Now that we have informed you about that event, today in our International Stiletto segment, we will be highlighting yet another amazing woman. Yes, she is totally amazing, and she did something unorthodox to gain our respect. And we want to bring it to you right here on UIBE Radio, the Ultimate International Business Experience Radio Show. Remember, you are always welcome to call in and to give your opinion about anything on our show. Feel free to dial in at 646-652-2512 to provide your insight and input to the show, or text us by using hashtag UIBE and going to www.mwhyradio.com and selecting the text option right on the home page. Thanks to everyone who posts to my social media sites their comments and ideas. And if you want to share your voice, just connect with me on social media, Facebook and Twitter at Erica A. Murray. Instagram, I am Erica A. Murray. And LinkedIn, Erica A. Murray Global. Pinterest, Erica A. Murray. That's right, I'm out there. You can find me. I make it easy. Or you can text 01065 to 540-242-8833. Thank you for not only listening, but being involved in the show. Now here is our International Stiletto boss for this week.
Welcome to the International Stiletto Movement. The lady we're going to highlight today is Mrs. Joanna White Miller. Have you heard of her by any chance? Probably not. But if you are a techie seeking to hire employees or contractors both effectively and efficiently, you've probably encountered her technology. Today we're going to talk about this one woman's unlikely path to a $100 million company. Joanna White Miller had severe dyslexia and no athletic ability as a child. If you threw a ball at her, she could never catch it. So much for expectations. But in spite of that, she became a nationally ranked rower with a 4.0 grade point average at the University of Virginia. And now, at the age of 32, she heads up a San Francisco-based recruiting technology company that went public in November of 2014, but not on the NASDAQ, instead on the Australian Stock Exchange. It was the first Silicon Valley company to list on the nascent exchange. White Miller made the move, she says, instead of taking more venture capitalist money. In comparison, the Australian Stock Exchange has easier listing requirements than the NASDAQ, and although the method was unorthodox, the company used a reverse merger with a defunct mining company called Intermet Resources, which allowed it to take over its ticker symbol. The end result is that the company has a market cap of over $100 million. What's more, White Miller and her father, who wrote the one-page recruiting concept that the company is built on, avoided further dilution from venture capitalists. White Miller exclaims, "You have to take so much funding from venture capitalists, and then if you go public, many of the venture capitalists have to exit the day their restriction period is up. So instead, she has investors." A conversation with White Miller makes it clear that she's not one to follow the traditional path, not only from a corporate perspective, but also when it comes to women's issues, which are close to her heart. An outspoken supporter of women in the technology space, she isn't afraid to say that quotas and regulations may be what's necessary to get women to equal levels within the sector, as much as Title IX allow her to receive a full scholarship to college. Why not say 10% of a fund has to go to women-led companies? You'd start seeing a huge competition, she says. The fact that the venture capitalist industry is so male-dominated doesn't help a bit, White-Miller says, noting a Stanford study saying that in 2013, women entrepreneurs only received 4.2% of venture capitalist funding. I heard 99 nos, she says, which of course is typical for many, before she gained investors such as Bloomberg Capital and TMT Investments. And guess what? She bought them out after the IPO. And yet, she says, women-owned businesses are a better bet, citing research from Indiegogo that women are 61% more likely than men to achieve their financial goals on the site. Put another way, a typical White-Millerian way, and I quote, women are incredible, and men are scared shitless, she says. It's so true. I won the biological lottery. I would be freaked out if I were a man. When asked what has been the most fulfilling aspect of being a female entrepreneur and change maker, she eloquently responds by saying, proving those who told me no wrong. I want to leave you with a direct quote from Mrs. Joanna White-Miller that I am certain every entrepreneur can appreciate. She states, a workforce inspired by excellent leadership is sure to be creative, forward-thinking, and motivated toward the company mission. Today, ladies, when you tweet, use the hashtag #GoGetIt in honor of Mrs. Joanna White-Miller. Remember, in a conventional world, you must do something unconventional to stand out. Marvelous job, Joanna. I am truly inspired by your story. Thank you, Ms. Jennifer Reingold, Forbes Magazine, and Ms. Nora Bass for your contribution to our international stiletto movement on the Ultimate International Business Experience Radio Show. Mrs. Joanna White-Miller, globe-trotting and leaving her footprints in the sand around the world. If you are doing something extraordinary in business, female entrepreneurs, and you want to be highlighted on our international stiletto movement, send me a message at mwhyradio.com or email me at info@ericaaMurray.com. Share what's happening with you, and we'll be certain to tell the world all about it. Right here on UIBE Radio. That's right, the Ultimate International Business Experience Radio Show. Once again, women are doing it bigger than ever, and they're leaving their footprints in the sand around the world.
All right. If you didn't know Mrs. Joanna Riley White-Miller by name before this segment, you can now put a name with the $100 million that she raised by listing her company on the Australian Stock Exchange by simply teaching us how to use one page to improve our human capital in our organizations. I'm sure you won't forget her now. Just call her Mrs. 100 Million, the easy way. Just know this can be you, ladies and gents, so be motivated to do something unorthodox as long as it's legal. So what if people don't agree with it? So what if people don't see the vision? Stand for what you believe in. Let all obstacles be your driving force to reach beyond the stars. Do what it is that you want to do and be committed to it. Now, this next segment, I just love this next segment of our show because this is where we encourage you as business owners and entrepreneurs to get up and do something really big for your business. I will be sharing action item tips this week from the Wisdom in Business series entitled Wisdom Gains a Win in Business. That's right, you heard me correctly. If you want to win in business, you must invoke wisdom. Just know that being wise can change the dynamics of your business. Come on, listening audience, we all know that we should operate wisely, so why don't we do it? Hey, let's not be reactionary listeners. Let's be proactive. Jumpstart your wisdom today. Each day provides us with a new start to achieve greatness in our business, and wisdom is a part of the business and personal growth. Stop accepting the mediocrity that fills our space and implement wisdom. As entrepreneurs, we all know how important vision is to the success of the company. It is the thing that will get us to where we want to go. All right, for my avid listeners, by now you should have given instructions to your staff, answered that one telephone call during this show that required your attention, and have your pen and paper ready. That's right, ready. If this is your first time or you just joined the show, grab some pen and paper quickly and take notes, as we always desire for you to implement the tips from this segment into your business and your life. Remember, it takes just too much energy to build a business just to let it fall by the wayside. Don't give up. Just get up and do something different. Listen carefully to what is next.
Today in our Action Item segment, we will discuss part 1 of the Wisdom in Business series entitled Wisdom Gains a Win in Business. Now, for business owners everywhere, we know that winning in business is the fundamental basis that each entrepreneur operates, as it is the element that will keep the doors of our businesses open daily. Therefore, it is safe to suggest that all of us in business want to win. But is it only about winning? Let's purport that we all understand that life and business are governed more by having a winner's attitude. A key component of the winner's attitude, that is, in order for us to win on a frequent basis in business, is the employment of wisdom. That's right, pure wisdom. Getting wisdom in our fast-paced society has much, if not all, to do with our ability to ascertain truth. While spin might be available to us in marketing campaigns, winning wisdom comes from tried truth. What you have learned by life's experiences cannot be denied. And in business, you must share what you know, expressly if it is wisdom grounded in truth. There are several things that we want to suggest to be sure that you are winning in business through your wisdom. So, here goes. First, you must acknowledge truth. That's right. You must acknowledge that truth exists. All of us have heard things that we believe as truth until we learned or researched the opposite. Then you found out that all you hear, see, and read is not necessarily truth. We believe it is of great necessity to be thorough as you inject winning wisdom into every situation in your business. You must evaluate everything, but then acknowledge truth when you are presented with it. Know this: truth is always constant and clear, because no one really wins in ambiguity. Now, once you have acknowledged truth, then you must accept truth. Accepting truth gives you the opportunity to apply it in your personal life as well. The winning and success you see in business is a direct overflow from your personal life's acceptance of invariable and unchanging truth. The concept of reality works time and time again. There is no substitute for accepting the simple truth. Now, after you have accepted truth, you must be able to articulate truth. I know it sometimes seems that people are so accustomed to hearing half-truths, those little white lies and the whales of tales, that it has become difficult for them to accept the truth when it is clearly articulated. But stand assured, there are others in business that want the truth that you have received. Your ability to articulate truth, it also gives those people a personal and professional advantage. It is so much easier to collaborate with others when all parties are articulating truth. And lastly, you have an obligation, the obligation to authenticate truth. This means that it is incumbent upon you to show truth, to example it, to demonstrate it. And when you exemplify authentic truth in these ways, it becomes obvious that who you are and what you do are consistent with what you say. I am sure in business we have all learned that words don't always mean what we think they should mean. In addition, we have all been very frustrated with the spin of a vendor or when a competitor skirts just short of the literal truth. It makes it that much harder for our potential customers to acknowledge or accept the truth that we work so diligently to articulate. But rather than being a deterrent, it has made us emphatic that there should not be a business version of truth. We should be determined that we will say what we mean, and we would mean what we say. That is, to every person, customer, or vendor. Wisdom is constantly teaching us that truth is always exactly that, truth, and it is not contingent upon a particular industry or situation. With that said, we all know that getting wisdom, which is to say getting an understanding, ensures that we will win in business. We understand that although truth seems to be subjective, we can determine to hold ourselves accountable to a higher thought process. And because we understand how to operate in truth, we should feel obligated to share what we know with the current and future generations of business leaders. So whether you are an entry-level entrepreneur, rookie entrepreneur, or a seasoned veteran, there is always room for you in the wisdom circle. Until next time, we are boldly encouraged to continue to operate in excellence. I want to thank Mr. C. Edward Moulton of Dominion Charter Limited for contributing to the action item segment of this week's show. Take this information and exercise wisdom in all things. Until next week, be active with the action item tips from today.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, around the world, you heard it here on UIBE Radio. That's right, the Ultimate International Business Experience Radio Show. Action item tips from Mr. C. Edward Moulton. If you've missed any part of the Wisdom Gains of Win in Business Part 1 from the Wisdom in Business series, let me restate to you the 4 steps provided once again. Number 1, you got to acknowledge truth. Know that truth does exist. It's a choice whether or not you acknowledge its existence. Number 2, accept truth. To know that truth exists and not accept it will be living in a fallacy. Number 3, articulate truth. That's right. Be able to speak the truth boldly. And number 4, authenticate truth. All you have to do is put your stamp on the truth, because I know each and every one of you in our listening audience are living an authentic life. At the end of the day, listeners, you need to be real with yourselves, and you were born to win in business. So in all of your getting, get an understanding. That is wisdom, according to Mr. C. Edward Moulton. Now I challenge you to be active with the action item tips. The information you hear every week on this segment is free to you, but if you implement it, it can translate into capital in your business. That's what we work for every day, entrepreneurs. Join us next week to hear part 2 of this series on wisdom in business. If you believe that you have tips that our audience can use to improve them or their businesses, find out how you can be a part of this segment by emailing me at info@ericamurray.com or mosey on down to 3ws.mwhy.radio and send me a message there. You can also send me a message on Facebook, LinkedIn, and we can talk about how to make this happen. It's about time for us to separate until next week, Thursday. But before we part, I want to give you a thought for today from Lord Dunsany. He says, everyone's future is, in reality, an urn full of unknown treasures from which all may draw unguessed prizes. You've got to love that quote, entrepreneurs. Remember, your urn is full of treasures that are unknown, but you can draw prizes if you acknowledge truth. Ha-ha. You heard it here on UIBE Radio, the Ultimate International Business Experience Radio Show, where we keep you informed and up on your business game. Once again, don't forget to download the May We Help You Radio Broadcast Network app to listen to the Ultimate International Business Experience Radio Show on the go and a host of other informative shows. Go to 3ws.mwhy.com, right, mwhyradio.com, and get it free today. Join the network on Facebook and Twitter to win prizes and services. Connect with me on social media to hear first-to-market items. Come on now, join me on Facebook, Twitter, LinkedIn, Google+, and Pinterest, Erica A. Murray, and Instagram, I am Erica A. Murray. Remember that you can also join me on Spreaker. Subscribe to my iTunes station or go to yourlisten.com and search for UIBE to hear various segments of the show and be informed. You can even subscribe and listen at ericamurray.buzzsprout.com and grab my RSS feed and stay informed. Don't forget that you can text 01065 to 540-242-8833 and obtain information that will keep you connected to the business world. That's right, I'll text you new happenings in international business and your chance to win prizes for your business. Before I sign off, my mantra is forward progression and upward mobility. If what you're doing in business isn't moving you forward and up, perhaps you should reevaluate what it is that you're doing. Find someone to collaborate with and put just as much energy into the collaboration that you would put into your solo projects. Remember, collaborations are a way to expand your market. Respect their value, and I promise it will grow your business. Entrepreneurs, let's implement what we've heard today and tell someone else about it. We are in the last month of the first business quarter, and I want entrepreneurs around the globe to finish this quarter strong. That's right. Get your profits up in the black. Don't start off in the red. You are better than that. You have been listening to the UIBE Radio, the Ultimate International Business Experience Radio Show, international news, informative talk every Thursday at 12 noon Eastern Standard Time. See you next week. Bye for now.
Thanks for listening to this week's Ultimate International Business Experience Radio Show with Erica A. Murray. Listen back to the show anytime by downloading the May We Help You Radio broadcast app, going to iTunes, Spreaker, Blog Talk Radio, and 20 different podcast stations around the world. Don't forget to catch this syndicated show next week and every week on terrestrial radio in Tampa, Florida, Macon, Georgia, Las Vegas, Nevada, Boulder, Colorado, Richmond, Virginia, Kansas City, Missouri, Seattle, Washington, Milwaukee, Wisconsin, and on iHeartRadio. We are here to help your business go global.